What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and we have even more Star Wars news to share in today's video that we didn't even get to in yesterday's content. Now, yesterday when we made the video, it was mainly focused on stuff that got announced in the whole entire showcase, the whole entire trailer and everything else, and not so much focus on the stuff that came after it, because currently we actually didn't even know what was going to come after it until it had actually already released in the actual, like blog posts, in-game news feeds, and everything else. But now that some time has passed, we've gotten more leaks and more information in general of what all you should be expecting with the Star Wars season that'll be releasing on May 2nd. One of the things that you may have noticed if you actually clicked on the video thumbnail a few minutes after it released, and if you're one of the original watchers you might not have noticed it, is this official key art for the brand new Star Wars x Fortnite Battle Royale season. This key art wasn't in the actual showcase or anything, and it kind of got leaked afterwards, but it does give you a very good idea of a lot of the theming and stuff, of course related to Star Wars, but even more the skins that we haven't already seen, and some of the stormtroopers that are originally only available in NPC form actually releasing as skins as well. And a little bit of an added note I thought I would actually add about the stormtroopers, more specifically the the First Order stormtroopers, is the fact that they are actually NPCs that existed in the files before, but despite the fact that they've never been released as a skin, the NPC versions do already support kicks. Most likely this was updated early on because they had this already planned all the way back then, but it is interesting to see how some of the skins that are going to be coming to the game with a new update, we can already confirm are going to support using the goofy little kicks in the game, whether it's the giant concrete boots or whatever else, just because they've already kind of had a version of it in the game before that has already gotten these updates ahead of time. But as a recap of some of the skins that you should be seeing during the whole entire Star Wars Galactic Battle season, we have Jedi Eevee, Sith Eevee, Darth Jar Jar, Captain Phasma, Faux Daemon, Mace Windu, Palpatine, a customizable Mandalorian skin, and of course the First Order stormtroopers. Now, some of the extra information we've actually gotten is that Palpatine, Wookiee team leader, Eevee, aka the Sith Eevee, the Jedi Eevee, and even Darth Jar Jar will all be in this Season 3 Battle Pass, but Mace Windu, who was actually seen in the trailer and everything and people thought were going to be in the Battle Pass, is actually going to be an item shop skin. This has left some people disappointed because they feel like, certain skins, like the Wookiee team leader, which is just kind of like a remix mashup skin, is kind of disappointing to see in the Battle Pass when it could have been a shop skin and we could have actually gotten something that's actually related to the Star Wars IP originally, like Mace Windu in the item shop, but it's still Epic Games' choice at the end of the day, and at least we know now, instead of giving our hopes up that we're going to be getting Mace Windu for free and then loading up the game and seeing, oh, nope, you have to actually buy the skin if you want to use it. So I thought I'd just quickly mention that here, especially since, we didn't get the specifics about Battle Pass stuff until recently, but of course there's even more information about all of this that we got to talk about. First off, when it comes to the Victory umbrella for the brand new season, it looks like it's going to be a Star Wars lightsaber themed umbrella, whether that's because it has like a green glow or something on it, or that might just be a little special effect from the trailer or anything else we're uncertain of, but we do know that based on the trailer footage we had actually seen, the actual lightsaber hilt is seen on the umbrella little handle, so it makes sense that the new season's themed umbrella is going to have a whole entire lightsaber effect kind of going on with it. And then in terms of actual gameplay, we do have a few different things that we can mention here. Now, this list of gameplay things comes from Lou Will World over on Twitter, but it mentions the following, and it's kind of just, compilation of a lot of stuff we did know when the trailer came out and a lot of stuff that came out afterwards. We'll be getting the Star Destroyer Bombardment, which appears to be something that you can call in. Maybe it works somewhat like Godzilla or something, we don't currently know, and by that I mean it's going to have like a health bar or something in order to actually destroy it or something like that, but that's one of the things to kind of keep your eyes out for. We have the Mandalorian Jetpack, Force Powers, and we're also going to be getting a lightning force power as well, which I do believe got leaked during the last Star Wars event we actually had in the game, but when it got leaked back then, it was kind of like scrapped. They never actually ended up releasing it, so it makes sense for it to release now. Lightsabers, of course, because it's Star Wars. A Mandalorian sniper is most likely going to return. A brand new Andor assault rifle, a new SMG, a new pistol, flyable vehicles, aka the X-Wing and TIE fighters, vehicles with turrets on them, which just makes sense because, if you're going to be able to fly it and you're going to be able to have your friends in it as well, your friends got to be able to do something, so they're probably going to be able to shoot off of the actual X-Wing and the TIE fighters while they're flying around with you. Uncertain if those are going to have fuel or not. It makes sense that they would have fuel because Epic Games is going to try balancing them so they're not too overpowered or anything, but it would be really fun to see if you could just fly around the whole entire map with these until they get destroyed. We'll be getting Star Wars themed POIs. One appears to be replacing a location on the map, which I can show you real quickly here. So it appears that one of the POIs is actually going going to be replacing, if we can find it, where is it? It's hard to see with the whole entire like storm effect going on here. Yeah, there we go. In the bottom right, Hopeful Heights. It looks like that's one of the POIs that are going to get replaced with some Star Wars related stuff, so kind of keep that in mind. There'll be sand crawlers in the map, which makes me wonder, could we see like Jawa actual NPCs or something going around? That'd be pretty cool, but you know, it just looks like the sand crawlers are right now. There's going to be weekly gameplay updates, and then the most important thing of all is that we're going to actually be having a big narrative end of season event that is going to actually tie into the whole entire Fortnite storyline. Some people are wondering, will it tie into the actual storyline of like Star Wars? Will it be canon in the Star Wars universe or not? And while we can't confirm that, we can at least confirm it is canon in Fortnite. And they've already started hyping up the actual end of season live event by mentioning the following wording on the official Star Wars blog post. This event will surely have players feeling like they've got the fate of the whole galaxy in their hands, which makes me think, you know, since it's Star Wars, of course they're going to try going full out with it, but also the fact that they're going to be having it tie into narrative and that they want to make it so you feel like you have the whole entire fate of the galaxy in your hands. It feels like it's going to have a lot of craziness kind of going on with it. You know, maybe it's going to be related to the whole entire fact that we're going to have like the Death Star bombardment or whatever else is going on, you know, the whole entire like trying to destroy the Death Star going on later down the line or whatever else, but it is just super hyped up, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot of craziness going down for a Star Wars narrative event. And considering the fact that, you know, it is supposed to be a narrative live event, I also expect that it's going to be the first time in a while that we actually see them using a special playlist for us to queue into it, like the good old days, instead of having it just be a mini event that, you know, you're not really told about beforehand, that you have to just kind of log into Battle Royale and hope the storm doesn't close on as you're waiting for it to start. So that is something to keep your eyes out for. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting a lot of actual live stuff going down, you know, a lot of surprises later down the line, stuff they didn't even mention in the trailer that you guys saw from the key art leak, and a lot more. And it's definitely going to be an interesting little month and a half, I would say, because, you know, this season is actually going to be only like a month long for us to enjoy a lot of stuff that they've been cooking up. It also might explain why, you know, the live mini event for this season hasn't really been the most chaotic or craziest thing. You know, it's been pretty mundane, you know, it's kind of having Daigo, you know, shoot little beams up into the sky, and then having the whole entire situation where it's like, oh, you know, he'll eventually run into the portal without any special cinematics or anything. That's most likely because they were saving it for the end of the Star Wars season. But with that said, I hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.